Yes.
When is Carla coming in to talk about community clinical?
I'm still getting that scheduled.
When is the EBP grades going to be up?
Yeah, mine isn't up either.
Wait till like 3 p.m.
I got kicked out of one of my quizzes. Can you reopen it for me?
Yes, just wait after class, please.
Can we get some extra credit?
And no.
Hey guys, if you have any questions, ask me after the break, okay? Now today we'll be talking about this type of anemia, and where is everybody?
I think it's happy hour at last SEM.
Okay guys, now what can you tell me about this kind of anemia?
Is Caitlin the only one that read this week? Anybody? You guys know you need a 78% to pass this class.
Okay, well this type of anemia happens with the hemolysis of the red blood cells by the mechanism of the antigen and the antibody reactions. Now there's two antibody reactions. There's isoimmune and autoimmune. So who can tell me about these?
Caitlin?
Yeah, I know about isoimmune and autoimmune. The isoimmune is when the antibodies act against the antigen from another person's of the same species. So like if you had a blood transfusion and then you had a reaction where the antibodies acted on the donor cells, but then autoimmune is when your own antibodies act on your own red blood cells. Like if you had an autoimmune disorder like leukemia.
Very good. Looks like someone was doing their homework. Now, what are the type of signs and symptoms that you would see with this type of anemia? Christy?
Wouldn't they be like paler too, or jaundice, and have like a brown discolored urine? And then like if it was severe, couldn't they go into shock and then have renal failure?
That's correct. And what are some cardiovascular symptoms that you would see with this anemia?
Well, they would have chest pain and be dyspneic, a fast heart rate, and then feel tired or dizzy.
Very good. Now, what are the lab values that you would see with this anemia?
Well, I know that hemoglobin and hematocrit would be decreased. The mean corpuscular volume could either be normal or it could be increased. The serum iron might be normal or increased as well. Transferrin would be normal. Ferritin would be normal or increased. Bilirubin would be increased. Folate would also be normal.
Very good. Good job. Okay, now what type of nursing diagnosis would you see with this anemia? Danielle?
You'd see activity intolerance related to compromised oxygen transport systems related to anemia as evidenced by dyspnea.
Very good. That's exactly what I would do. Katie?
What?
Now, what treatment plans would you help this patient?
Well, since it's a long process, you would really want to start out with like supportive care, I guess, just because it takes a while to control this anemia and eliminate some of the signs and symptoms. I guess also you want to keep them hydrated, like get their electrolytes back in balance, and that would help to decrease kidney injury and or from the hemolysis. Also, you could give them like blood products or corticosteroids. Also, folate supplements could help as well. You can also administer immunosuppressive agents to suppress the red blood cell destruction. Rituximab, I think that's how you say it.
Yes, I'm pleasantly surprised. That was good. Okay, class, that about wraps everything up. I want to make sure you guys study hard, and make sure that you guys are reading before class. I noticed some of you were sleeping in class and couldn't answer the questions. So next time we have that, I'm going to make a pop quiz. And make sure with the anemia, you're looking at the patho, the signs and symptoms. What's your nursing diagnosis and the treatment plan? Most of my questions are about the treatment. And we have 2 quizzes this weekend, and do not do the quizzes together, because I can see your times, okay? And that about wraps everything up, and we'll have an exam tomorrow.